Hey y'all, it's Andrea. I'm back with another video, news, and commentary you can use. Listen, before I get started, let me ask you all this question. Have you ever heard something so bizarre that it almost seemed like, you had to ask yourself, did I really hear that? Did that person really say that? Surely they can't believe that. The topic of today's video, I want to talk about a speech that our current President Biden gave. I believe it was on yesterday, and he was speaking on the topic of the oil industry. Okay, he was basically talking about how due to the alleged war in Ukraine between Russia and Ukraine, we had seen a spike in gas prices. You and I know, we've talked about right here on the channel. We talked about how gas prices have gone up. They've gone down. They've come down. Then they've gone up again. They're coming down. And now, as we see, currently, as of today, gas, it seems like has gone up in my area. You can let me know what is the gas like in your area. And you all let me know, have you seen President Biden's speech? Or let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you know that he began to talk about how the oil companies, he talked about Exxon, he named some others. He talked about how they had made record profits. But then he goes on to talk about how these oil companies, he's alleging that the oil companies have not done right by the American people. And he's claiming that instead of the oil companies, this is according to President Biden. You can, do your research, find the video of where he had the press conference. But he's alleging that the oil companies have not done right by the American people. And instead, they passed their record profits on to their shareholders. He even claimed that they had bought back stock instead of doing what he believes they should have been doing, which he claims is they should have been making, necessary investments, things of that nature, to help ease gas prices due to what he says, is from war, this alleged war in Ukraine. Now, I don't know all of the ins and out of the oil industry. I'm not an expert in that. By no means do I ever claim to be. But I don't feel like you have to be an expert in that industry to question what he's saying and what he's accusing these oil companies of doing. And it may be true. It may or may not be true what he alleged, but are oil companies really to blame for what we see as far as high gas prices? I don't know. You all let me know your thoughts on it. This is what President Biden is alleging. He's saying it's pretty much, he pointed the finger, more blame games. He's pointing the finger at the oil companies. So much so that he's saying that if they don't make, some changes, these necessary investments, helping to lower gas prices, it sounds like he pretty much is threatening to tax or implement a higher tax on these, so-called record profits by these oil companies. Now, I've talked here on the channel about how anytime the companies, whether it's oil companies, other, companies, anytime they incur higher costs, whether it's from shipping, the manufacturing of goods, the transportation of goods, anytime their cost of the goods that they sell or make increase, you and I, the end users, the consumers, we're going to see an increase in the price that we pay, right? So by him, threatening to tax these oil companies on their record profits, he says, is that really the solution to bringing down gas prices? Or is that going to further put a dent in our pockets? You all let me know. Now, a question I asked, okay, does he not know that we're right at midterm elections? Like, it just shocked me because it doesn't seem like a statement that he would actually be making. I couldn't believe it, y'all. Let me know your thoughts. Please go back. Maybe I'll post a video. Maybe I'll post a video on his speech in the community tab when I get a chance. But I was just shocked. Like, I couldn't believe that he made that statement, and it seems like he really believes it. I don't know. You all let me know. I know that he has members of his press team. He certainly has a press secretary. But does he always have someone, or does he have someone that writes all of his speeches? Or does he go in and just start talking? You all let me know. I just really cannot believe that he would say such a thing or make such a claim at a time like this, midterm elections. Okay, you know, for him and you know, his party that he is affiliated with, the Democratic Party, I know that, you know, based on, you know, research and even, you know, what I see in my local area on a local level and a state level, you know, they're really trying to hold on to key seats in Congress, right? And here, even on the local level in my area. But I don't know, making statements like that, it doesn't really seem like it's working out, or it would work out in his favor and the favor of his party, the Democratic Party as a whole. So I don't know. You all let me know your thoughts. President Biden again is claiming that oil companies, okay, because they hit record profits, and he's claiming that, you know, they profited basically off of this alleged war in Russia and Ukraine, and instead of making necessary investments to ease the cost of gas for the American people, you and I, for those of us who are here in the U.S., okay, shout out to my international supporters and subscribers. But for us in the U.S., instead of these oil companies helping us, he's claiming that instead they passed on the profits to their shareholders, stockholders, and even bought back stock, he claimed. And he's basically saying that they're the ones, the oil companies, not his current administration, okay? This is what he's claiming, that the oil companies. So basically he's saying, don't put it on me and my administration. He's claiming that the oil companies are the reasons why we're paying higher prices at the gas pump. Now, do you all believe that? Like I said, you don't have to, it doesn't seem like you have to be an expert in that field to believe that. It just doesn't sound like it does. It just really doesn't make sense to me. But you all can let me know your thoughts in the comments. He's also claiming that as soon as, I guess, Congress reconvenes, that he's going to meet with them about it. You all let me know. Based on how our current Congress is set up, do you all feel like that's something that would pass in Congress? Do you feel like Congress would pass an act or a law or pass legislation? Do you feel like Congress would introduce legislation and pass legislation that would tax corporations such as oil companies, that would implement a higher tax on record profits? Are those real solutions, y'all, to helping our economy? I don't know. It's very questionable. Again, I asked the question, what happened to our country being energy independent? You know, every day we hear more and more, or we see more, or I see more and more in the news about, you know, this whole climate agenda. You can do some research on that. I've talked about that here on the channel. Now, I want to ask the question, is this his way of trying to manipulate the industry to go along, to manipulate or wipe out, I don't know, to somehow make changes to the oil industry so that they now can comply or go along with his whole agenda? I don't know, y'all. Let me know your thoughts on that. Very concerning. What is it going to take, y'all, for gas prices to come down, for our country to be energy independent? Many people would say that our former President Trump, he had us on the right track to become an energy independent country, and also, lower gas prices. You all let me know your thoughts on that. Again, this news is very concerning. I would encourage you all to go, I can't tell you what to do, but I would encourage you to watch the video so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. I just found myself saying, wow, like, I really can't believe he's saying this. One, it just, like I said, it just doesn't make sense. Two, why would he say something like this in a very important midterm election season? It's not helping his party at all. And does he really want the American people, you and I, does he really want us to believe this? To me, it just really shows more and more, as I learn, as I grow, and my eyes are opening more and seeing, hey, this is what's really going on. It's almost like, have you all ever had somebody tell you something and you like, are they trying to, is this person trying to play me? Like, that's how I feel. That's how I feel after watching his video, y'all. It was so like, I know you don't expect me to believe that. Are you trying to like play me? You playing me, right? That is exactly how I felt after watching his video. So you all, if you I can't tell you what to do, but if you get a moment, I would encourage you to watch it so that maybe you can let me know if you agree or disagree, or you say, yeah, Andrew, I felt the same way. Let me know your thoughts. Y'all, I don't know. I really don't know what to say. Again, I do not feel like his statements helped him or his party at all. And if you have not voted yet, okay, look at everything that's going on. Things that we even talk about here on the channel. If you're not satisfied with how things are going today, think about the future of your children. Those of you who, like myself, you're a parent. Think about, is this the future that you want for with everything going on in our economy? Is this the type of economy, the type of policies that are being pushed? Is this what you would want for your children? Maybe your future children, your future grandchildren, generations to come. Is this what you would want them to have to deal with? I'm going to talk about this in a separate video, but there are a lot of changes, it seems like, that are trying to be made as it relates to our children, what they're being taught in school, agendas and different ideology that's attempting to be introduced to their young innocent minds. We're going to cover all that here on the channel. Y'all stay tuned. Please let me know your thoughts on this topic. President Biden is now blaming oil companies for high gas prices, profiting off of what he said is, the war, or what I say is the alleged war between Russia and Ukraine. Because let's be honest, y'all, we don't really know what's going on. From the very beginning, I've had a lot of questions about what is going on over there. But he's putting the blame now on oil companies, okay? Not on him and his administration. They're not going to accept blame, right? You and I know what's going on, but they're not going to accept fault. And instead, he's putting the blame on the oil companies, saying that because they haven't made the investments that they should have made, that is why we're paying higher prices at the gas pump. Do you all believe that? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Stay tuned, because I'm going to be uploading more news and commentary, whether I'm on the go like I am or whether I'm in the store. You all seem to really, really appreciate and like the fact that I actually go in the stores and show you all what I'm seeing in my area. So I have some more of those videos coming. Let me know what stores I should check out next. And I just want to say I appreciate you all so much. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. And I'll be back with more news and commentary you can use. Y'all be safe.